Breaking news: IPOB blames federal government for Mbano massacre, demands immediate justice. Good morning, good afternoon, wonderful people, lovers of freedom all over the world. Wherever you're joining us from today, you're highly welcome to this wonderful YouTube platform that gives you more updated news and information on everything trending and happening in Biafran territory. If you've not yet subscribed to this channel, please subscribe and make sure you turn on your notifications so that you will be notified whenever we drop our spanking news. The news in detail. The indigenous people of Biafra has accused the federal government of orchestrating the recent massacre of civilians in Mbano, Imo State, alleging it was a deliberate move to discredit the group and suppress the Biafran agitation. In a statement, IPOB condemns the unaliving and demanded immediate justice for the victims. The statement, signed by Emma Powerful, IPOB spokesperson and Director of Media and Publicity, accused Nigerian security agencies of hastily blaming IPOB and its Eastern Security Network (ESN) without any credible evidence or investigation. Emma Powerful described the accusations as part of a long-standing pattern of state-backed violence aimed at silencing the Biafran movement. This is a tired, manufactured narrative that now serves as a cover for state-sanctioned mass murder and political manipulation, Powerful stated. He further claimed that the unaliving were carried out by faceless fifth columnists within the Nigerian security services, whose aim, he said, is to criminalize our indigenous people of Biafra and delegitimize the struggle for Biafran's freedom. The statement also linked the violence to recent development in the legal battle for the release of the indigenous people of Biafra, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Powerful suggested that each advancement in Kanu's case is followed by an upsurge in violence, allegedly orchestrated to derail progress and justify his continued detention. Each time the legal argument for the release of our leader gained momentum, the Nigerian state resorts to violence and bloodshed in the southeastern part of the country. And as you all know, like I will always say, these moves are highly orchestrated, to make sure that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu continues to stay in DSS detention. I've said these times without number on numerous occasions that the state-sponsored violence that we continue to see in Biafraland is something that they are doing just to continue to keep these heroes, continuously in Biafra and in struggle, in detention. One, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, and the second person, Mazi Simon Ekpa in Joko. And the reality is that I am now, I am even surprised that Emma Powerful is calling the zoo government, and exposing them back to back since the arrest of Simon Ekpa and Joko, because most of their major problem then was Simon Ekpa and Joko. They continue to call Simon Ekpa and they continue to link him with all the incessant terrorist attack that we continue to see, incessant genocide in Biafran land. They continue to link it to Simon Ekpa and Joko, forgetting that we have the real perpetrators. Instead of you to continue to call out these perpetrators, to call out these men who continue to hide under the guise, in the guise of security agencies to commit all atrocities, you decide to call one of your own, the only person who was actually, fighting legally and legitimately for the Biafran people. That was Simon Ekpa and Joko. Finally, he has been arrested, and he's still going through numerous processes in the detention of the Finnish government. Now, the same genocide the same murder is happening in Biafraland, and yet when they do it, they call your security agency, which is the Eastern Security Network, because right from the onset of this whole thing, they've always had their ways, they've always had their plans right from the onset of the whole thing, and that is why they will continue to call Eastern Security Network and other group that is agitating for the freedom of their people. That is why they will continue to call them out instead of them facing the real issue that is happening. It's as simple as that, because their major purpose and their major aim is to continue to demonize the hallowed name of this group that continue to fight for the freedom of their people. Now, also linking this with Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, every time his case is gaining momentum, is to continue to find the possible thing to continue to keep Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Do not forget that these are the same people who have, been using all kind of, pretense and all kind of things to continue to hold an innocent man who only fought for the freedom of his people. Now, let us go into other issues happening and trending in Biafraland, because something very, very unusual, or will I use the word usual, because it's becoming a norm in Imo State currently, and that is the issue of the terrorist attack that we've been experiencing in some parts of Imo State. Remember, there was an incident that I posted, that was in the morning hours of today on my channel. You can check the video where, there was a lot of crazy massacres, in Arindu Zog, that has actually resulted, to the unaliving of Biafrans in Arindu Zog local government area of Imo State. And this has actually brought about so many issues, so many reactions also on who are the perpetrators and who are responsible for this attack. Now, still on the issue of insecurity, government hold Imo resident hostage in a prolonged attack. Now, and this is coming from Vanguard News. According to Vanguard News, which was shared on X, Umulako, Nigerian name, before dawn on July 23rd, the quiet village of Umudibia in Imo State, Ehimembano area, shattered under a barrage of gunfire. Unidentified gunmen stormed the community at 5:30 a.m. Their bullets tearing through the morning mist, forcing terrified families to cower indoors. For hours, sporadic gunfire echoed, trapping residents in a nightmare of fear and uncertainty, as reported by local sources. And this has actually been the ordeal of Imo residents in some parts of Imo State. Though no issue of any attack has actually come between Owerri and other part of Imo State, but you see Okigwe, Arindu Zog is a new one, and some other part, Ehimembano, and some other parts of Imo State have been experiencing callous murder and high level of carnage. High level of carnage. When I mean high level of carnage, a serious one, the type that we've not been seeing in Biafraland for a very long time. And the big question that has so many people have been asking is who are the perpetrators of this act? Who are the ones orchestrating this heinous crime? Because the Eastern Security Network is exposing the police and blaming them for this irresponsible carnage in Biafraland. Why the police have been pointing out the Eastern Security Network without any evidence. But the unfortunate thing is that, when there's a saying that when two elephants fight, then the grass will definitely suffer. When two powerhouses fight, the grass will suffer. And that has been the ordeal of Biafrans, because innocent Biafrans are the ones who are going through this terrible act, in Biafran land. But the big question is, when Will this stop? It can only stop when Biafrans begin to come together and begin to understand that there are people who have been fighting tooth and nail on daily basis in the forest securing their land. Until we start recognizing these people and start them doing the needful, then it's a pity that this carnage, this high level of carnage might actually continue in Biafraland. On that note, I want to thank you once again for joining us on this wonderful YouTube channel. Please do not forget to do the needful by sharing our videos to as many groups and platforms as possible. God bless you.